Sunken Isles is officially live on Kickstarter, as of like 24 hours ago. I've slowly but surely forgotten how time works. This 5e adventure takes you to a tropical paradise known as the Isles of Manaki, where after enjoying a big old festival, you and the rest of the islanders are thrown into a vibrant apocalypse that threatens the very fabric of reality. Only in the Isles though, you can just sail away and be fine, but everyone else will probably die. We've got awesome products, a bunch more stretch goals to reveal, and with each stretch goal we'll be donating $1,000 to the Purple Maya Foundation. Also, if you back in the next 2 days, or you did yesterday, you get a player journal, which is super helpful for tracking this branching timeline, and the dozens of allies and potential enemies thrown throughout the Isles. The link is in the description, so go ahead and click that and check out what me and my team have been working on. Enjoy the video. Welcome to a video about one type of magic item, because I have a million questions about how they function, how they're created, and how far they go. And the items in question are the figurines of Wondrous power. So in established magic in 5th edition, there's a handful of magic items that sort of ignore or surpass basic rules or concepts. For example, when you bring an item to life, it can sort of go in 3 directions. Firstly, you rip an elemental spirit out of nirvana to animate the object. The spirit doesn't want to be there, but with your binding magic, you've become the thing that we all hate and have sworn to extinguish. Or you can pump some life juice into a body from your own magic and give it a fake life. These fake lives are close to the idea of a construct because they can't process new information, and they are just extensions of their new creator. I'm pretty sure these types of constructs follow JavaScript. Then there's living constructs, like Warforged, who, they're like applied AI in medieval fantasy. Like their programming, I guess, goes haywire in wild magic or whatever reasoning that they have. And then these living constructs wake up with an identity and a lot of anxiety. But when it comes to figurines, I have no idea how they work, and I love it. These items are tiny statues, currently of just beasts, but we'll get to that. That when you activate them, grow into explicitly living creatures. What does that mean? Jumping past this segment of basic copy and paste servant text, let's look at the plethora of open-ended questions that I already have. Are they not alive when they're tiny and inanimate? When they become living creatures, do their textures change? Does a golden lion figurine become a gold lion, or does it just kind of turn into a normal lion with fur and meat? Since it's a living creature, does it know that it's a figurine? Where did it come from? Where does it go? Where is my porcelain Cotton-Eye Joe? Before I go brainstorm chasing, let's look at the core figurines and another one that's present in 5e. Firstly, the bronze griffin. When you throw it, it turns into a hyper-realistic Peter Griffin for up to 6 hours. The ebony fly, which turns into an enormous black fly for up to 12 hours when you use it. I honestly had no idea that ebony was a material made of wood. I don't know what I thought it was, but Google helped me find this. Golden lions. You get 2 lion friends for an hour that make you look like a badass from, like, the Golden Compass. Lord of Throne games? Or maybe a metaphor about wealth? Ivory goats. A trio set that comes with a horse goat, a goat, and a death goat with crazy removable horns, like a modular action figure that you can stab somebody with. They have a lot of text. Marble elephant. You can pull out an elephant for a total of 24 hours a week. Also, D&D got it completely wrong. Elephants' intelligence is at least a 10, and they should speak elephant. Obsidian steed. You get a nightmare for a day. That's like the goat but cooler, and it's a solo. There's a major note on this one. If the nightmare doesn't like you, it won't let you ride it. And if you try to, it teleports to hell before it becomes a figurine again, and you lose it. But what the f***? What does that imply? So, like, they have personalities now, they can think for themselves, but when they revert, they literally can't be considered living things? The onyx dog. This one's a 6-hour dog pal that gets dark vision and can see invisible creatures. Huh? Serpentine owl. I'm learning about 2 new materials today. I thought this was an escape maneuver. This is a big owl that has telepathy. What does that mean? Why do giant owls speak giant owl? Do you just occasionally get like a in your head? I mean, I know with telepathy, as long as you share a language, it grants communication, and this thing understands common and 2 other languages, or however that works, but Then the silver raven, that just becomes a raven with free animal messenger. Why is the raven silver? Why is there onyx and obsidian and ebony on other but not raven? And lastly, from Fizbins, the gold canary. It becomes a big bird if you want, for a time, but if you get your shit rocked, you can instead turn it into an adult gold dragon. That's pretty neat. Okay, I'm kind of left with a lot of questions and a lot of inspiration. Can you make a figurine from any material, since ebony is essentially wood? Could you have like a straw scarecrow of wondrous power? Because if we can have a nightmare or a gold dragon, they aren't restricted to beasts. Also, are they aware when they turn back into figurines? Like, are they afraid of it? Do they know what they are? I was talking to a friend about a stone dragon who tried to use its breath weapon, but couldn't because it's stone. And then it had an identity crisis because it wasn't a real dragon and it thought that it was. Say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just... Why do some of them have abilities and others have personalities? And how do you make one? I like the text that says, well, in this form. So like, are there a whole race of beings that can become inanimate like tardigrades? Is it like a lycanthropy curse? If they were artificial intelligence like Warforged, why do they behave exactly like animals? Are the command words that you use to activate them like their soul? When you speak, do you give them life? If so, why don't you attune to them? Do they remember their previous users? Do they have names? So, anyway, I'll be creating a copper figurine of Wondrous Kyle, who's a commoner, and maybe like a porcelain gnome, or a resin beholder, or like a plastic barbarian action figure with a kung fu grip. Yeah, I give up. I'm defeated. I can't even begin to guess the origin or the truth about these things. I bet it's like that cat in Rick and Morty where when you find out, you wish you never learned the truth. That's probably these things.